Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm JP and today I'll be taking you through some of the best Nintendo eShop deals that you can pick up right now, and we're keeping it budget friendly for this video. Every game we'll highlight today is under $5 and either at a brand new low or at the very least matching an all-time low from before. I hope you all are enjoying a great weekend. As always, I'm happy to have you here with me for a few minutes. Remember, we have an under $2 deals video that we put out before this one, so if you're looking for even more great values, I'll have that link down below, and we'll have more deals coming your way over the rest of the weekend, so be sure to ring that bell. And with all that said, let's get started. Alright, we'll start today with Hayfever, which is a single-player puzzle platformer with a retro look and sound. It offers more than 10 hours of gameplay with a download just over 700 megabytes. Now in this one we play as a postman named Thomas with terrible allergies that we'll have to use to our advantage in order to make it through the different levels. It's a pretty cool concept, and the game does give players more than 100 levels with varied environments and tons of collectibles that you can find as well. The soundtrack is top tier for the genre, and right now it's on sale for just $224, marked down 85% and matching an all-time low until the 11th. Up next we have Lost Words Beyond the Page. This is a one-player story-driven platform adventure title from Modus Games with a download around 6 gigs, and it should take about 5 hours or so to wrap up. Now the game is narrated as you play through, and the innovative gameplay mechanic where you use words to help you work through the levels or even through the pages of the book that you're reading was way more fun than I was expecting. If you're interested in Lost Words Beyond the Page, make sure to grab it up before the deal ends on the 13th. It's marked down 85% to just $224 and matching an all-time low. The Panzer Dragoon Remake is a single-player arcade shooter from Forever Entertainment, and it has a pretty hefty download at about 9 gigs, but you can expect to get plenty of game time from the pickup. Now this is a beautiful remake that lets players fly on top of a dragon through 7 different stages, taking out tons of bad guys, and they can attack from all sides. The graphics and gameplay both are fantastic, really bringing the world to life, and being a fan of the Sega Saturn, I was definitely happy to see this remake. If you're interested in this one, it's at an unreal all-time low price of just $249, marked down 90%, and the deal ends on the 18th. Anima Gate of Memories is a single-player 3D RPG with a download around 3.5 gigs, and it offers more than 20 hours of gameplay, making it a great pickup this week. Now in this one we take control of an immortal being that's stuck in permanent torment, forced to walk the planet forever. The story is engaging, the combat is fast and fluid, plus you have plenty of different options on how you choose to tackle that combat as well. The world itself is massive, holding tons of secrets that you can find, and the boss battles are incredible. If you're interested in Anima Gate of Memories, make sure to grab it up before the deal ends on the 8th. It's marked down 85% to just $299. Up next we have Bite the Bullet, which is a fun 2D platformer that offers local co-op for 2 players and has a unique mechanic in that you can eat different things that you find in the level, or even your enemies for random buffs or upgrades, or even to regain health. Now the game offers more than 50 levels, character customization with different skill trees, an expansive crafting system, and you have a ton of side quests that you can complete as well as you play through. This one comes with a download just under 3 gigs, and right now you can pick it up for just $299, marked down 80%, and the deal ends on the 6th. Next we have Strikey Sisters, which is a brick breaker style game with a small download under 200 megabytes and a main story that will last about 5 to 10 hours to wrap up. Again, this one has local co-op for 2 players, which can get a bit hectic, but it's also another game that is even more fun if you do have someone to play with. It has a great soundtrack, and the story is comedic with incredibly cheesy dialogue, but that's done by design. There are even boss battles, which were pretty cool as well, and right now Strikey Sisters is on sale for just $299, marked down 70%, and the deal ends on the 11th. Within the Blade is an incredible 2D action platformer that prioritizes fun combat and fast gameplay. It has a download under 200 megabytes and offers about 10 hours of gameplay. In addition, you have multiple difficulty settings, which do range from hard to insanely hard, so this is definitely a tough game. The good news though is that it has tight and responsive controls, the art and animations are all done very well, and you even have a crafting system in place with a ton of recipes that you can use. On top of that, there are a few other RPG mechanics thrown into the mix, and I highly recommend that you pick this one up if you haven't played yet. Right now it's on sale for just $329, marked down 70%, and the deal ends on the 11th. Up next, we have Fury Unleashed, which is a multiplayer action platform shooter with a download around 1.3 gigs and should last again about 10 to 15 hours. Now in this one, we blast our way through the pages of a comic book, trying to uncover the mystery behind our creator. The combat is fast and intense, and they have a combo system in place that rewards you for getting a ton of kills in rapid order. On top of that, it again has 2-player action, this time both online or locally, and another cool feature is that you can customize and even unlock new cosmetics for your character. Now I have to emphasize the beautiful artwork, it is absolutely outstanding, and right now you can pick up Fury Unleashed for just $3.99, marked down 80%, bringing it back to an all-time low, and the deal ends on the 10th. Next we have Panic Porcupine, which is a single-player retro-inspired platformer that sort of plays out like a mashup of Sonic and Super Meat Boy. It gives the player more than 50 levels with cool environments and deadly traps that you'll have to avoid. There are also collectibles that you can find, and while the game can get quite challenging towards the end, it does give you unlimited lives, so with enough practice, you'll get there. It looks like it could have released back in the old 16-bit days, and they nailed the retro look. If you're interested in this one, make sure to grab it up before the deal ends on the 8th. It's marked down to half price at just $3.99. Shakedown Hawaii is a single-player top-down adventure title that plays a lot like older GTA games. It has us following a businessman as he attempts to shake down other local businesses and take over the island. Now while you're playing through, you'll switch between a couple different characters, and it features brutal gunplay, responsive controls, and a pretty comedic story about an old man having to catch up with modern technology in order to keep his criminal empire thriving. The game really is as close as you can get to a GTA clone, and right now it's on sale for just $4.99, marked down 75% until the 4th of next month. You'll need a little under 200 megabytes for the install. Up next we have Timelie, which is a single-player puzzle-style adventure game with a download around 2 gigs, and it offers about 5 to 6 hours of gameplay on average. Now the unique feature to this game is that as the player we have the ability to control time almost like you would a video player. You can rewind it and fast forward or even pause, and this is used to complete puzzles or even get a quick glance into the future, so that way you can see events before they happen. You control both the main character and her sidekick, a little cat that can help distract enemies or solve puzzles, and it's a pretty fun game once you get the hang of it. Right now it's on sale for just $4.99, marked down 75%, and the deal ends again on the 11th. Next we have Gunborg Dark Matters, which is a single-player arcade-style action platformer that runs smooth here on the console. The action is intense and skill-based, and you have the ability to pick up any weapon that the enemies have used and then use it back on them. Now the game can get a bit overwhelming, but they do have a difficulty slider in the settings to make things a little easier or tougher depending on your skill level. The soundtrack is another highlight, and right now you can pick up this gem for just $3.74, marked down 75% until the 2nd. Again, this one is matching an all-time low, but you will need a little over 1 gig for the install. Alright everyone, we'll close off part 1 for today with Greak Memories of Azur, which is a captivating and beautifully animated platformer here on the console. Join Greak, a young member of the magical Korean family, as he embarks on a perilous journey to reunite with his siblings, Raydell and Adara. During the game, you switch between these different characters to utilize their unique abilities, solve intricate puzzles, and navigate through the stunningly hand-drawn environments. The story is compelling, filled with danger, exploration, and it really does kind of teach you about the strength of a family bond. The visuals are charming and the gameplay is challenging, again with that heartfelt narrative. If you've never played this one, it's definitely worth checking out, and right now it's on sale for just $4.99, marked down 75% until the 1st, and you need about 1.6 gigs for the install. Alright everyone, here are a few other games to check out while you're already on the eShop.
Get you home. But you know what being here means, right?
It's a dream world?
It's a world between life and death.
Alright everyone, that wraps up today's video. Please leave a like if you had a good time or we helped you find any cool games to pick up. Feel free to jump into the convo down below, and of course subscribe if this was your first time here. Thanks to the channel members and the patrons, and as always, stay safe my friends.